All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 Tucson. Check. Ready, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back to throw. Santos, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch the slack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first down, Santos. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Yeah, let's get set lunch.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Nash. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Santos. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front.
And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Santos looking deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And they have the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or star, the backup may see some time.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. That time, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, D.
To throw again. Santos. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Santos. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Get it.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39.
First down, Bill.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 59. He can't hang. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
57 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Santos. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. 57 to Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, Pete. Go.
On first down, Santos to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey. Hey, we are.
Throwing again. Santos. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Santos. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Santos. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Santos. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On the double. Check, 59, 59. Hey, check, check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Santos. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or 59. Mike to 59. Better bring it. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down now, it's Buchanan, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to throw. Santos. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go. 70 in. Here we go. What happened?
On 1st and 10, Santos. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
52. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Santos. Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. A big play here for the Bills. 41 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with a minute.
Ready. H.E. Gator.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Buffalo, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.